Thank you, Mr. President. You know what they're chanting out there? I just got it. They're chanting one more vote to save our lives. They're chanting one more vote to save our lives. Whether you're talking about, we all know what's going on with this bill and what you guys have put onto it. Whether we're talking about mothers with devastating fetal diagnoses who you think should be forced to carry a baby to term that has a brain outside of its head. What is wrong with you? Or you're talking about trans children who are 4, 5, 6, who are 16, 17, 18, who can be all ages, but the way government is coming down in this body between a parent and a family and their child and a healthcare professional is unprecedented. It's unreal. And from Senator Kathleen Kauth, who spoke against Dr. Lindsay Hughes in Douglas County for saying during COVID-19 that we should be wearing masks in public places, saying that Dr. Hughes was unelected and unqualified. Now she wants to have the chief medical officer of Nebraska saying what should happen with trans kids. You know why they like this amendment? I know why all of you like this amendment. It's because it makes the bill worse. Thank you. Thank you. It makes the bill worse. Some veterinarian, some ear, nose, throat doctor, whoever who is the chief medical officer at the moment for the state of Nebraska gets to determine what the regulations around gender affirming care is going to be for kids. And you think that's going to be something well informed that makes sense? Just look at what happened in Florida. In Florida, they did that, and they passed some of the most stringent laws that we have. It's literally more restrictive than the original LB 574. So for those of you sleeping at night, patting yourselves on the back, saying, this amendment is really a great compromise, it's really harming kids more. It's really unconscionable. And to hear them out there saying one more vote to save our lives, it is not hyperbole to say that that's right. Just by introducing this bill, spikes to the suicide hotline in Nebraska, or calls to the suicide hotline in Nebraska spiked. After the first round of general file debate, when we didn't stop the clock, by the way, calls to the suicide hotline spiked. They spike every time we talk about this, and we are going to lose somebody. We have already lost people in our community. Over the last year, we have lost very, very important people in Omaha and Lincoln and throughout Nebraska from the trans and LGBTQ community because they know that this is not a place where they are welcomed. Senator Reapy, you should understand that if this passes, you will never get the votes next year to repeal criminal penalties. You are on an island by yourself with that moral view among members of your party. All of this debate is for you. All of this debate on both sides is speaking to one or two men in this chamber.
1 minute.
And that is a shame. Hundreds of people are in the rotunda chanting one more vote to save our lives, and it's coming down to one or two men who are scared. You can have at least as much courage as the trans kids and their families out in the rotunda who have to live every day, who have to go to school, and who by the grace of God get the courage to come here to their state legislature and say it to you. Thank you, Mr. President.